Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully my mic is working, because I can't hear myself, but it should be working. Welcome to the stream. It is 5:30 p.m. today. I don't know how I'm going to be streaming for. Probably 2 hours at most, because I got to go do some stuff after. But I just wanted to, join you guys tonight. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and continue with the dashboard. Okay, but this is just I have two folders. And one folder is basically what I use to experiment, to play around with stuff, just to test things out. And whatever I like that I implement in that test folder, I will implement in the tutorial. So I have two folders, as you can see over here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be experimenting, playing around with the dashboard. And then once we feel like we like something, we're going to go ahead and actually record the video and then upload it so you guys can actually get a more in-depth version rather than just, having to follow along with the live stream. So, yeah, that's pretty much going to be the goal of this, this stream is, yeah, we're just going to experiment. I have a video dropping on Friday and, I don't have any other videos planned out yet, so that's why I need to kind of do this, so that way we can actually have some more content to upload onto the channel, because if I don't continue with this, we're not going to have any videos to upload, so that's why I'm kind of doing the stream. If you guys have any questions, you can just ask me in the chat. This is going to be probably a boring stream, you know what I mean? I don't know how boring the stream will be, but I'll try my best to entertain you guys. I mean, really all we're doing is just writing code. Since when is watching people write code entertaining? I can't watch people write code. It's just too boring. I'd rather just write the code myself. But, I hope you guys can be entertained tonight. That's the whole point of this stream. If you guys, like I said, if you guys have any questions, just ask me. I will do my best to answer them. But I hope you guys have been enjoying the videos, the last video that was uploaded was part 3 of Nest.js, which is the GraphQL one. Tomorrow, Friday, a GraphQL tutorial crash course 1-hour video will be dropping on Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm excited for that. Hopefully you guys will like it. But I figured I'd make that video so that way you guys don't get super confused with what GraphQL is, and you guys can actually use it for your projects. Yeah. That's pretty much just the goal. Yo, what's up, Soul God, Leonard, same, Lyrosphere, Just Stanix. I don't know who's here. If you guys are here, leave a comment in the chat. I'll definitely reply to you. Boolines. Oh, what's up, man? How are you, man? I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, before we even get started, I want to give a quick shout out to a couple people. This actually caught me by surprise. But I want to give a shout out to, let me get the names real quick. Let me see. I want to give a huge shout out to, oh god, I don't even have the names going on. What's going on over here? Let me get the names real quick. I want to give a huge shout out to Hank. I don't know if he's here, but if you're watching this, I want to give a huge shout out to Hank and Noodleman for joining as a patron. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I also want to give a shout out to let's see, Frank. He joined yesterday. I really appreciate that. And of course, to my server boosters, I really appreciate you guys for boosting the server. That's really awesome of you guys. You guys don't need to do it, but the fact that you guys do, I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you. You guys know who you are, Boolines. I think if you're the correct person, then I think hopefully you're the right person. I'm not confusing with someone else. But yeah, I just want to give that quick shout out. I really appreciate the support. Okay, so let's see. We basically have our code, and we have the backend. So this backend that you guys are looking over here, this is pretty much the same backend. It's the same exact backend that we are using for the dashboard tutorial. So this is what we're going to be using to kind of like experiment for now. So I have all of my credentials here, and we're basically going to just play around with this whole thing. I can't remember exactly what it was the last thing that I had set up. I think it might actually be in the other You know what, let me actually go to the other repository, which is the main one that you guys have access to on GitHub. But I'm just gonna use this one because I already have some code and I don't want to bother rewriting everything. And what I will do is I will just simply go to a new branch, which is I think good practice anyways. So yeah, like, you know, let's just try this out and see what happens. You can see that, yeah, I have the GraphQL stuff here, so this will make my life easier. And I do think I need to also do one more thing, but let me see if I can get my other Discord account. I forgot to log on to my other Discord account before I start the stream. Because I usually use I now use a different Discord account for testing stuff, because I don't want to, you know, use my main one, just to kind of like, you know, just keep everything in its own separate domain, if that makes sense. How did you modify the result of the ls command? Well, this itself is called Windows Terminal. It says Windows PowerShell, but really it's Windows Terminal. That's the program. The PowerShell is the actual interface that you can interact with to write the commands. And everything you see here, this is just a theme. You know, if you hit Control, comma, I have a video that shows you how to customize this, but you can customize the theme. You can literally just Google Windows PowerShell or Windows Terminal theme, and you can just copy and paste the JSON object, and then it will give you everything that you need. I have a video on my channel. It's like a short video, 7 minutes long. You guys can watch it. It'll teach you how to customize your Windows terminal. I mean, if you're gonna write lots of code, if you're gonna use the terminal a lot, you might as well use something nice, right, to run your code. I mean, this is my preference. Same thing with, like, comes to themes and stuff. But yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to actually let me actually go to my other Discord accounts. So I need to open that up real quick. Give me 1 second. Shouldn't be. I should have the credentials open. So give me 1 sec. All right, there we go. Awesome, I do. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. Let's see. Hopefully, I remember the password to this account, because again, I'm so unprepared. Oh, I think I might remember. Do I? I don't know. Let me actually see. Okay, I do. Alright, let me log into the account real quick. Let me log into the account, because I don't want to use my main account, because I don't want to risk leaking my access token. I'm just anxious like that. And then we can get going. Let's see. Jeez, I really hope I do remember the password. No. Okay, let me actually reset the password real quick. Give me 1 second. Yo, what's up, Gamer Boy? How are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Well, I should say welcome back, because I know you've been here before. I recognize the name. Yeah, how's it going, man? I hope you're doing well. Alright, I promise once we get everything set up, this will not be boring. This will not be a boring stream, I promise. Alright, awesome. I got my account. Okay, great. I have my account. That's awesome. I have my account. Great. Okay, great. So, let's see. Yeah, yes, I've been before. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Acclimity, how are you, man? Welcome back to the stream. It's nice seeing you. I'm working on the dashboard right now. I need to get my credentials. Okay, I have my account. Awesome. So let me actually move this over. Move this over here. So this is going to be the account I'm going to be using to log in with OAuth 2. So what I'll need to do is I'll actually need to set up my my backend, which I already have it already. Let me do this. So let's do yarn start. And let me open up a new... Let me open up a new folder. Let me open up code. I'm doing pretty good. Well, I'm great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Okay. I should have the same credentials, I think, for the bots. Not the bot, but the application. And I cannot leak them on stream. Hopefully I don't. But if I do, it's fine. Because it's not a really huge deal. It's like a throwaway account anyways. So it doesn't really matter. Alright, I might need to actually create a new account. So let me actually show you guys something real quick. So let's do yarn start dev. So I'm using Nest.js for this. Again, the tutorial is Nest.js, so you guys can learn that. I have videos on that on my channel. Okay. Alright, so let's see. So we refuse to connect to Redis. So let me open up Docker real quick. Because we are using Redis for sessions. And that's basically going to persist the logged in user, which is very important. And I'm using Docker for that because Docker makes it a lot easier. You don't have to actually install anything on your system. You can just use Docker. And I think it's great. I think it's good for development, but in terms of like production, when you actually deploy your application to production, you should actually use like an actual database. You know, if you want to go even further, you could probably pay for a managed database. But I mean, just for Docker itself, I think it's fine. I mean, again, depends on the application, obviously. If you're using a very small application, you know, you don't really need a managed database. And you could probably get away with using Docker, though I would highly go against it because, you know, you might accidentally delete the container. And that would not be a good thing. So, this is my opinion. Actually, it's a lot of people's opinions, but okay. Alright, so let me move this up a little bit. We don't really need logging here. We just need to see the logs for this. Alright, so let me go ahead and log in real quick. Let me see if I actually did I make a landing page? I did not. Okay, that's fine. So let's see, API auth login. So, alright, great. So I don't know if this account, this app even still exists. It should still. And it's saying internal server error. And let's find out why. It's saying column avatar cannot be null. Okay, so the reason why this is happening is because I don't have a profile picture on this account, which is unfortunate, though it should not throw an error because avatars can be null, so we'll have to fix that on the back end real quick. So let me just go here and let me go, you know what, let me actually, damn, I didn't actually commit any of this. That sucks. Well, why did I not commit that? That's very weird. I did not commit any of these changes, which is really bad. Because what I could have done was I could have just created a new branch, and I could have just worked from there. So let me actually find out what in the world is going on with this. Because I haven't touched this project for about 2 weeks, so I can't really remember vividly what in the world I last did. So I do apologize for that. Should we still be following your original dashboard, or is there another new one? There's a new one, actually. I mean, I don't know if you I don't know if you're new to the channel, but I did upload a new series. It's like the last 3 or 4 videos. You'll see the new video. I think this dashboard is going to be so much better, in my opinion. I think it's going to be so much better. I think this repository, I think this was actually the repository that I used for, let me actually see. I think this is the same exact repository that I use. Let's see. Get remote. Do I not have a remote? Interesting. I don't know if this is the one. Damn, it's been so long. I think it might be the other one. No, it can't be the other one. Discord. It cannot be the other one. Dashboard tutorial. Yeah, there's no way it's the last one. Oh, it is this one. Wow, okay. But yeah, I have a new one. If you want, you can follow along. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what this one was, if I'm being honest with you. But that's fine. That's fine. We can go back here. I'm a little bit disappointed, but that's okay. Oh, shoot. I accidentally went into the wrong directory. Let's go back here. And let's do this. Will you continue your Angular tutorial series? So here's the thing. Unfortunately, I won't be continuing that specific series, but what I'll be doing is I'll be making a 1 hour to 1 hour and a half video on just covering the whole thing of Angular. I'm gonna be honest with you, I honestly just don't find making small series fun anymore, if I'm being honest. It sucks I just don't like doing those little videos anymore. Like maybe if it's like something small, then I'll do it. But honestly, I actually really prefer making longer videos. If I'm being honest with you, it's a lot easier for me. Well, there's a lot of reasons why, because I've just been very, very busy in general with work, and so for me to actually just allocate, I can't just allocate 10 minutes just to make a video because I have to spend time, editing it, rendering it, all that kind of stuff. And so I just figured, it'd be easier if I just record for like, 10 minutes or 20 minutes a day and then just put everything together. And then once I have the final product, once I have the whole hour-long video, what I'll do is I'll actually upload the whole thing first, and then I'll upload everything into little segments. So I don't know if that will be something that other people appreciate, but I definitely do plan on continuing the Angular video. I just got very sidetracked, so it's kind of bad, but unfortunately that's just how it is. I hate it, but yeah, it's just unfortunate, but it's okay. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to actually go into GraphQL, type RM, user, and you see over here this avatar, so we need to make this string or undefined. Let me do that real quick. Undefined, and I should probably also make something like, nullable true, and I think that should be okay. Well, the dashboard UI open source and it's already open source. I've already made 3 videos on it already. If you really want to, you can go ahead and clone the repository. I mean, look, let me actually see where you can find it because I do have my GitHub. All right, so it's right over here. You can clone the repository. You can do whatever you want with it. Yeah, like it's pretty much it. This is the last update was episode 3, so go ahead and clone it. Fork it, start it, do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter, I don't really care. But it is open source, so hopefully you like that. Okay, so let's go yarn start dev. So this should be fixed. Alright. Oh, bro, I have to thank you so much. You gave me the motivation to read the Angular docs. Love Angular. Hey, man, no problem, man. Better said, you got me into Angular. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. Do you like the Angular docs? Acclimity. You can use display avatar URL to get the user avatar, and if he doesn't have one, well, here's the thing. What I'm gonna do on the backend is so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make it null. I'm just gonna make it nullable, and that way, actually, no, I have a better idea. I'm probably just gonna check if the user's logged in. When the user first logs in, if they have an avatar, then we'll just leave it as that. If they don't, we'll just set a default. We'll just set the default avatar. I think that's what we'll do. I think that's what you wanted to. Yeah, you said default logo. Yo, what's up, Hopes? How are you? Welcome to the late night stream. Hopefully you're doing well. I haven't seen you guys for so long. I haven't seen you guys since last week. Okay, let me open up MySQL. MySQL-u and -p. Alright, show databases. Select or not select. Use. I can't remember which database I used. You know what? Let me actually go into my backend real quick. Let me go into my credentials. So the database name is called Dashboard Discord. Okay, that's fine. So use Dashboard Discord, show tables. All right, so let's describe the schema. Let's just see what it is, and we can see avatar null. Yes, so that's great. So now if I try to re-authenticate again, it should not give me the error. You know what I'll do is let me actually do this. Let me close that out and let me open this up. Whoops, not there. Open this up here. Dashboard tutorial, dashboard or Discord, dashboard UI, yarn start. There we go. So we'll have that open up on the other thing. It's on my GitHub. Just go on my GitHub and you'll find it. It's literally like probably the first 2 repositories that you'll see. If you see dashboard, you know what? I'll just link it to you guys because I know you guys are. I know how lazy you guys can be. So don't worry, I got you. Here you go. Make sure you start and fork it. Let's make this a popular repository that people can go to. I would appreciate that. You guys don't have to, but it'd be nice. There we go. So, okay, so that works. I knew that was going to work, and that's great. Okay. Okay. So, another thing that I should also mention, I know this isn't the same repository that I used for the tutorial, because I know in the tutorial I actually used type RM. In this one, we're using, we were using type RM for the sessions, MySQL, but in this one, we're using Redis, which is fine. In the tutorial, we'll actually be using type RM for saving sessions, so that's okay. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we have our backend opened up. And now, the last thing that I did in the dashboard, so I didn't, this is one thing that I did not do, but in the next video, next couple videos, we're going to be actually, I'm going to be showing you a couple things. So let me first do a couple things to show you guys what it is that we're going to be doing. So what I'm going to do first is, let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and open this up. And let's uncomment this. So if you guys actually look, what's going on over here? Oh wait, I can delete this actually. That's fine. Or I won't delete it. You know what? Let me actually do this. Let me do this real quick. Let's see what the hell's going on here. Just discard all files and let's go into a new branch. Oh god. Oh no. Did I accidentally leak my? I accidentally leaked my. Why do I have it logged? Okay, let me actually do something real quick. That was an epic fail. Oh no, I leaked my access token. That's fine. I just deauthorized the app, so that's okay. I mean, I don't really care if you guys want to do. I mean, this is a throwaway account anyway, so I don't really give a shit. Okay, so what I need to do is let me do this. I'm gonna go ahead and just go into the code, and let me go to authentication strategies. So I have it logged somewhere. We can go over here. There we go. So let's delete that. All right, what are you guys saying? Let's see what you guys are talking about. I plan to use that UI for our live stream system on my company. And yeah, no problem, man. Wait, what's happening, JSX? React, I'm sweating. Why are you sweating, bro? React is dope. But I would still tweak the colors a bit. Hey, man, look, do whatever you want. I don't really care. You can copy it. You can do whatever you want. You know, whatever you want. What are you making this with? React. Tedeschi, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. It's nice seeing you guys here. Only good people here don't about the token. Hey, man, look. It's a throwaway account, so I don't really care. That's the reason why I needed to log into my other account, because it's a throwaway account. But don't worry, I don't think you guys would do anything horrible. I don't think you guys would be that insane. Okay. Alright, so let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first get rid of that log, which I already did. And that's okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into here, and I'm going to see it into dashboard tutorial. And I'm just going to create a new branch because I do not want to have any of the changes be affected at all. And let me actually do get remote origin. Oh wait, no, this is, hold on. This is the wrong, I keep mixing it up. Okay. Discord dashboard front end, get remote origin. So this is the actual URL. Okay, that's fine. And we're gonna look at our branches. So we're gonna create a new branch, get checkout -b, and we'll just call this a experiment branch where we can do whatever the hell we want. And the reason why we want to create a new branch with Git is because whatever changes we make here, we might not necessarily want to actually push it to GitHub necessarily yet. But we can create a new branch, experiment with all the code, and if we don't like it, we can always just revert back to our old changes in a new branch, which is a good way to, you know, mess around with stuff. Brave is the best browser. I like it a lot, yeah. I definitely will say I like it a lot. You know, yeah. I definitely do agree. Okay. I have so many tabs opened up. It's insane. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to go into dashboard. So we're in a new branch. You can see down here it says experiment, which is good because we don't want to make any changes to the latest branch. We just want to experiment. That's all we want to do. So doing this will allow me to just make whatever change I want without needing to worry about the original feature. So we can always revert back and forth, which is amazing. So I'm going to uncomment all this stuff. And now if I go ahead and if I go here and let's open up the console. So you're going to see it says setting guilds, but let's just make sure it's doing something. So you can see over here it says setting guilds. Did it not? Oh, maybe it actually didn't even, maybe it didn't auto-update. Maybe it didn't auto-update. You know what? Let's actually just restart everything. Let's just restart everything. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm in the wrong, I keep going into the wrong one. This is why I hate having two different folders. It's so annoying. Okay, but I know for a fact I am in the right code. Okay, that's good. Let's do get branch. Okay, it gets yarn start. There we go. Perfect. When new vid for dashboard series? I don't know. When did you show JSX file? Aren't you using Angular? No, I'm using React for this. Hey, what mic do you have? You guys want to know what mic I have? I'll show you guys the mic I have. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you guys the old school microphone that I use. You guys ready for it? This is a legendary microphone. You guys ready? Check Discord. Check general. That's the microphone I have. Right over here. Look, this is the legendary microphone that I had. I think that's the type of microphone you'd use if you worked in telemarketing, or if you worked as a customer service representative. No, I'm just kidding. I use a Blue Yeti. Okay. All right. So let's refresh. Okay, so it's giving us an error. That's fine. Cannot find client. That's okay because we are using Apollo for GraphQL. And because we're using Apollo, we need to actually go ahead and do some stuff inside the index.tsx. So you can see, like I said, if you go into the GitHub repository and if you clone the dashboard, okay, if you clone the dashboard, you'll see all that stuff right over here. And you'll understand why now it's commented out, because I don't want you guys to worry about it, but it's there as a placeholder, so we don't have to worry about, you know, going through the documentation again. We just have it there, so all we do is just uncomment everything out, and then we can use it. So that's going to be great. But don't worry, in the tutorial, we'll actually explain everything. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. So now that we have the Apollo client passing, so basically Apollo client is just a library that you can use to interact with a GraphQL server. So you cannot actually, I mean, you can technically make an HTTP post request, but Apollo client makes it very easy. And also handles a lot of other things too, such as caching, and a bunch of other stuff, which is great. So we have our Apollo provider, we have our theme provider, so that's great. Let's go back to our app and let's just refresh. So we still have this error. I don't know why. But we can have to debug this. Sometimes it takes forever for this thing to auto update, which is very annoying. That's one of the things I hate about using. I think it's honestly most of the time it's just usually a TypeScript React thing. Let's just try it again. All right, there we go. Cannot find client. Okay, so let's see what the hell's going on here. So, I mean, I have client over here, so what is the deal? Let's find out. So we have this API. I mean, we can even go to the endpoint of GraphQL, and we know for a fact that this works just fine. Let me go over here. Yeah, let's just include this real quick before we wonder why that's okay. So now we need to figure out why this is giving us an error. I don't know why. Trying to remember what exactly it is. Let's see. Apollo is hard to use when doing SSR. Really, what makes you say that? I've never used SSR before, so I have no idea. Okay, let's see. What is this error? Cannot find client consequence. That's very weird. Oh wait. Oh wait. Okay, that makes sense. There we go. Okay, that should work now. First time ever caught you're alive. Haha. Hey Anson. Yo Hank. Boom. What's up, man? Yo. First of all, thank you for the donation that you gave while I was offline. I really appreciate it, and thank you for joining as a patron. I actually shouted out your name earlier, but yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate the support from you. I think I remember you actually messaged me on Discord about the guy who allegedly copied my source code. So I appreciate you for raising that attention. I think you're the same person. I recognize the names. Hopefully I didn't get hopefully I'm not confusing you, but I do recognize the Discord name. Kyle Games, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. All right, so we have this working, so it should work. There we go. Okay, so it's saying you're making too many requests. That's fine. That's because we are rate limited, but it's actually not even a rate limit issue. The issue here is something else, and I'll show you guys that in a sec. It's giving us a 401 because we're not authorized, so we just log in real quick. it'll take us some time. So, okay, there we go. So now, let's see. There we go. Okay, so you can see now it actually gives me the Discord server. So you can see on my account, I am in. Let me show you. Let me show you something. So yeah, so this is my account. Again, this is a throwaway account. So you can see I'm in 5 servers. So we have one problem right now. One, we need to make sure that these 2 servers, if the avatar is null, what we'll do, and this we're gonna handle this on the back end. What we'll do is we'll just set like a default avatar. I'm not sure how we should do this. An easy thing that we could do is just create some kind of fake avatar, like this that has like the abbreviations. That might be a little bit complex. So what I might honestly do is I might just use this avatar. If I'm being honest with you, I don't really care. I'll let you guys handle the more nitty-gritty details. But you can see if I click on it, you can see that we have everything that's been working. Getting my first pay this Friday, I'll do it in Extreme. Yeah, no problem, man. You don't have to, but like I said, I really appreciate it when people do that. I really appreciate it when people do that. But yeah, you can see everything that we have so far is from the actual tutorial. The only thing that's missing are these icons, and one thing that I should definitely note is I should probably also make it so that when you hover over it, the border radius will animate and it'll change. Right now it doesn't do that, which is fine. These are things that we'll probably focus on later. But the main idea that I wanna work on today is actually integrating the GraphQL stuff with the actual functionality. So you can see we have a dashboard, but we don't have any actual. These are our hard-coded values. So for example, what we need to get things like all the roles, all the moderator roles, all the muted roles, and etc. So that's what we're going to be focusing on here. So this is going to be more of a back-end stream. We might do some front-end stuff. But like I said, we're experimenting. So before I do anything else, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. Let me see if I can do this. So let's see. SJS git add commit. I'm not going to commit this to GitHub, so don't worry. I'm just going to write a really horrible commit message. Don't ever write these commit messages. Hopefully my coworkers are not watching this. Not that they would be, but they would definitely criticize my my commit messages. But don't actually write commit messages like the way I'm doing it here. I'm only doing this because this is just a fake. This is just a test. This is just like a dump repository, like an experiment repository. So I don't really care about the commit messages. In an actual project, I would actually write more detailed commit messages. But I'll try my best to follow good practice, just so that you guys can follow along. But let me go ahead and check out to an experiment branch. So this is going to be an experiment branch on the back end, so we can literally do whatever the hell we want without needing to worry about the main develop branch, okay? And so we're just going to go into the GraphQL folder, and you can see, if you're not familiar with GraphQL, like I said, I have a video coming out on Friday the 15th, 12 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. It's going to talk about all the basic things that you'll need to know about GraphQL. It doesn't really focus specific on GraphQL with Nest.js, but it is enough to understand the basics of what a resolver is, what a query is, what a mutation is. And then when we actually get into build, and then after the stream, and then once we actually get to the tutorial, you'll actually understand more about GraphQL. Awesome, dude. Are you making a website that connects to your Discord? Well, not to my Discord, but it's basically just a dashboard for people's Discord bots. So you know how people make Discord bots? They want to provide a user interface for people to set the configurations and stuff. So that's literally what I'm doing. I've heard some stories of people, saying like, oh my god, like, with your videos, I've been able to make a dashboard, which is, very great to hear. I like hearing that. Okay, so let me actually show you guys something real quick, because I haven't touched this for so long, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. But if I go to the docs, so let's try to do a query. Hopefully I remember this. Get user. Let's get the ID. I don't know if we can get the guilds. Okay, let's see. GraphQL validation failed. Oh yeah, we need to actually get items from the guilds as well. And there we go. All right, so that's fine. Okay, so I actually need to remove this guilds thing. We actually need to write a function later on. What about the later? That's really awesome. Been trying to do that forever. Lol. Yeah, I mean, I have a whole playlist, like 25 videos, that should help you with that. I mean, even with this new series 2 will help you out as well. So, you know, yeah, whatever works out for you guys. Okay. Let's get the guilds, and so let's see, what can we do here? Okay, so if I remember correctly, this is going to get us all the guilds the user's in. Yeah, I remember, this is the actual query. What's going on here? Why is it returning null? That's very strange. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Oh, wait, you know what it might be? Let's see. Get guild roles. It should give us the roles back. Let me actually see. If I go here, get user. Oh, I see. We're getting the guilds from. Okay, yeah, we're getting the. So I think maybe we haven't actually implemented the roles, the get guilds yet. And I think we need to actually do that over here. We have get guild roles though, and we need the guild ID. So let me go and try that. So is my bot in any server? I should have the bot in here. Yes, perfect. So I can go ahead and just do this. I can't copy the ID. I got it, don't worry. When you're done, people can use it? Well, I mean, you guys can, you know, clone it and you guys can set it up for yourself. It will be usable, yeah. But I don't have a bot. I mean, maybe I'll make a bot and connect it with it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't want to say too much because I don't have much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really have like a fully detailed plan. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So, but you know, my plan is definitely to finish this project. That will be nice. So let's get the guild ID. Alright, so this is gonna give us all the roles. So let's get the ID and let's get the name. So let's see, 401. Okay, so I think the reason why this is happening is because our bot token, you can see that it says the bot token. Why is it showing that there? That's fine. Our bot token, I think, is invalid. If I look at my current bot token, I think I may have resetted it. So I'm going to have to go back and get a new bot token. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to get a new bot token real quick. Oh, wait, you know what it is? Actually, the application that we're using is a different application. Oh, okay. I get it now. Okay, so the application that we're using, this is actually my application. Like this is the application that my main account owns, not my other account. So, what I'm gonna do is let me do this. I'm gonna log out, and I'm gonna go ahead. Let me log into my main account real quick so I can actually reset my bot token. All right, there we go. Okay, there we go. So I have my, okay, so yeah, this is right over here. This is the actual application itself. Oh, the public key. Okay, so I need to go get the bot token. So let me just reset that. Alright, so let me reset this. I think I don't need anything else. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna reset the client secret too, just to be safe. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, awesome. So that's all we need to do for that. So if I save this, we should be able to just re-authenticate. Let's try that right now. Okay, so there we go. Okay, awesome. And so from here, what we can do is we should be able to make the GraphQL query now. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, all right, there we go. So now you can see that it actually will give us the guild roles, which is great. So what we're gonna do is, you can see right over here, everything is hard coded, and we don't want that. Right? What we want is we want the actual roles. If you look at the actual server itself over here, if you go over here, you can see that we actually have roles over here, but there's only 2. We can create more if we want to. So I can do moderator. We can also do, let's see, developer. I can also do guest. You can do whatever roles you want. We'll create a bunch. Let's see what else. Helper. Okay. Let's see what else. You can also change the color too. And I know some dashboards, I think Carl.gg's dashboard is a little bit, they actually have very similar styles to Discord. Like they have it so that you show like this thing, which won't be too hard to implement. What's up, Ahmed? Welcome back to the stream. It's nice to see you here. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. And we get all the roles. Okay, so what we need actually is we just need the name of the role, which we have it over here. And we also need the ID. That's really all we need, but we need to also make sure that our interface, we're going to need to create a type for the role. Because I have a mock right now. You see over here. Oh, do I have a mock? Wait, where am I getting the roles from? Where did I get the roles from? Menu items guild.id. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Oh, there we go. It's in constants. Why did I put in constants? I should have put in a mock. Oh wait, no, that's something else. Oh wait, they're right over here. Okay, select menu items. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Ahmed. Good night, sweetie. All right, why Snoopy Doggy? Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. All right, so for select menu items, what we'll do here is we will pretty much, okay, so you can see over here that all I really have is the name and the value. So in reality, all we really need to get from GraphQL is the ID and the name. So, I mean, we don't really necessarily need anything else, if I'm being honest with you. Like, we don't really need anything else. Like, they have permissions, they have position, they have color. I mean, if you want for additional styling, you could get color. But the way our dashboard looks, I don't really think we need to care about the color. I mean, you could if you want to, but like I said, I don't expect you guys to follow this 100% the exact way. I encourage you guys to, you know, customize it the way you like it. This is just a boilerplate. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to get the ID and the name. And if I look over here, you can already see in the mock, we already have name and value. So we can just change ID to value, and that'll be fine. So the question is, how exactly do we query the roles? Well, that's very easy. So how we can do this is very simple. Whenever we visit a route, let me see if I can get it. So let me go over here. So if I go over here, you're going to see it says select a guild. All right, so let me open up the console. If I select this, you can see, let's see what happens over here. You can see that it does make a fetch. Okay, now what we need to find out is on the dashboard. Let's go over to here. And you can see that I think the use effect does get called again. Let me actually try to console log use effect. All right, so let's refresh. You can see use effect was called twice. If I click here, use effect was called. If I click here, use effect was called. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's good. That's great. And then what we can do is we can basically just get the actual guild ID. And how do we do that? Well, it's very simple. What we do is we can, let's see, right over here, guild ID. So let me just console log guild ID. So now you can see the console log is right over there. So all we really need to do is simply do this. Hopefully I can find a neat way to do this, but we simply just need to call use query. Okay. And we just call use query. I think we should be able to call it conditionally. Apollo use query conditionally. Oh, I think it's use lazy query. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I remember I've done this before actually, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Okay. So what we do here is we can call use lazy query, and that'll basically just call the GraphQL API. So what you see over here, it's just gonna give us back this. Okay, so let's try that out. And let me open up the documentation so you guys can see this. Let me change my song real quick. Okay, so use lazy query. This is going to be good for whenever you want to just call it conditionally, because with use query it's a hook, and you can. I don't think you would be able to call use query inside use effect. So there should be some documentation talks a little bit about it here. But yeah, use lazy query is what we want to use. It basically behaves just like use query though, which is great. So what we do is we go here. And we say use lazy query, and that should be up there. And we need to pass in the GraphQL query. So I'll create that real quick. So export const get guild roles by ID, and it's literally just going to look exactly the way we expected. So get guild roles. That's the name of the query, right? If you look at the GraphQL playground, get guild roles. We'll need to pass in some parameters, but all we're gonna ask for is the role ID and the name. That's all really what we care about. Okay, so let's see if I can find parameters. All right, there we go. So query get greeting. So to do parameters, we can do something like this: guild ID, and this will be an ID. And let's see if I'm doing this correctly. Okay, so it's actually going to be query. Okay, let's do that instead. Query get guild. Let me do get guild roles by ID. And we'll do guild ID, and then we'll have this right over here. So it looks exactly like the way we expect it to be, the actual query itself. And then let's see. Yeah, so this is how we can pass in parameters into our query, because our query, it takes in this parameter, the guild ID. Okay, and that'll literally just, that's how we can do it there. And now when we actually call use lazy query, all we'll do is we'll just get the query and we'll pass in the variables. So that's going to be very easy. So let's just test this out. So we know for a fact that it works in the GraphQL playground. So it should just work the same way here. Use lazy query, get guild roles by ID, variables. And for variables, we'll just pass in. Let's see. Since we're using TypeScript, I should be able to pass in. Let's see. Okay, well here it says use lazy query hook cannot be called inside callback. That's interesting. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, I probably don't even need to call this inside. Probably don't even need to call inside use effect, if I'm being honest with you. I could probably just call inside here. And then this should return. What does this even return? I have no idea what this even returns. Maybe we should just use query instead. I think that would be better. Use query. Alright, there we go. Data fetching loading error. I really want to do this inside the use effect hook though. Alright, let's see if this works. Hopefully this works. And it works. So you can see yeah, so this works. So you can see that this is the guild for code ring. You can see that it's giving us the guild roles, which is great. If I go over here, it's going to give us 6 roles. If I go over here, it's going to give us null roles. I don't think we have any roles actually here on the other server, and that's fine. If I click on the other server though, we actually can't even get those roles because this is actually a server that we don't even own. We don't even have our bot in that server, so we can't even get the roles. So we actually need to write a function later. If you guys have watched the original dashboard series, you'll remember the get mutual guilds function that we wrote. And what that function is responsible for is getting all of the guilds where the actual user that is logged in, the authenticated user, is inside that guild with the actual bot, and they actually have the managed server permission. Okay, if I try to click on the DJS Discord, right, you're gonna see that it says undefined. But here though, it'll work just fine. All right, but that's fine. We have two roles that we have two guilds that we can confidently work with, so that's okay. So the next challenge is I would really prefer putting all this stuff. Well, actually, you know what? I actually don't think it's a bad idea because what I can do is I actually don't even need to put this inside use effect because what I think we could do is I can just honestly, because right now you can see that we only have one query, but later on in the dashboard we might need to actually fetch a bunch of more data, right? So the original problem that I foresaw was that we might need to have multiple use queries, but again, GraphQL solves a problem where if you need to fetch a bunch of data, instead what you can do is you can just put everything under one query. So what we can do is we can actually just create, I think just one query altogether, and it should just work just fine. You should be able to query multiple things at the same time, which is great. But yeah, like, you know, we can always refactor this, which is why this is called an experiment branch, because we can always go back and refactor. Okay, but yeah, I think ultimately in the long term we're gonna have just one main query that's gonna get all the data for us. So for example, if we need the guild roles, if we need the channels, again, whatever data that you need, we will just query that. So later on, if we have enough time in the stream, what I'll do is I'll actually set up a GraphQL query to query the guild channels, and then we'll see if what we are talking about will actually work. I'm fairly confident it will. But anyways, so yeah, we also have loading too, and we have error. So what we should do is we should say, okay, well, if it's loading, right, we should return. Obviously, you would have, you know, an actual spinner. Okay, if error, return error, or we can redirect. Okay, and if there's no guild, it will say return. It will select the guild, and otherwise, it'll just return everything else here. So let's actually try this out. Refresh. You can see it says loading. Okay, there we go. And again, like I said, what you'd want to do instead is you'd want to put a spinner. That's fine. And also, if you refresh too much, it's going to say you are making too many requests, which is normal because Discord will rate limit you. Okay. But ideally, though, what we should technically do is we should add our own rate limiting, which we can do that on our own with Nest.js. Nest.js actually makes it very easy to add rate limiting, so you can actually throttle the requests, which is very, very useful. So you don't actually have the user, you know, crashing your API. They don't have to, you know, keep making so many unnecessary requests. Okay, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. We have our data, and what exactly is it that we want to do with this data? That's the real question. Well, we actually want to pass it into drop-down menu. That's exactly what we want to do. Okay, so let me actually just console log data real quick, just so I can see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see over here we have get guild roles, and you can see we have an ID and a name. And what we'll do is we will just simply do this. So let me see if I can do this. Let's see. I want to see if I can just kind of like destructure this get guild roles. I don't know if this will work. Will this actually work? I wonder if I can actually. I wonder if this is a generic type. Oh, it is a generic type. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So does that mean get guild roles is a boolean then? No. Does this work that way? No. I'll have to find an example on Google. Let me see. Apollo client use query TypeScript. Let's see how that works. Oh, okay, so we can actually have type annotations. Let's see. So it seems like rocket inventory data. This is for let's see, rocket vars. Okay, so this is for the variables. Okay, so it seems like one is for the variables and the other one is for the actual data. So, let me try that out real quick. ID string, name string, variables. I'm not gonna call it just variables. I'll call it something more descriptive. Let's see, guild ID string. All right, let's see how this works. Hopefully this works the way we expect it. So we'll do role and then variables. Now if I get rid of that, what does it say? Perfect. There we go. So now we actually have IntelliSense. And why is it saying role or undefined? That's very weird. Okay, let me see something. Oh wait, this should actually be an array of roles. So let's do that real quick. So role. There we go. So now we have the data. All right, and if I were to console log this, let's see what it looks like. Let's see. We still have get guild roles, so I think I might actually need to do a different thing. So let me actually do this. Type get guild role query data. And then what we'll do is we'll say, let's see, what is it called? Get guild roles. So get guild roles will just simply be an array of roles. So, and don't worry, I'll abstract these types into their own file in a second. I'm just testing something out right now, so bear with me. Okay, so type here, and then we can do this instead. So now we have IntelliSense on data.get guild roles, which should be an array. Okay, there we go. Get guild roles. There we go. Perfect. All right. Awesome. Okay, that's great. That's great. So what we'll do is, let's see. We should also do return data and this. I don't know if this will give us an error. Yeah, it's gonna give us an error because we don't have like a default return. We'll handle that later. So basically we have data, and let me see if I can destructure. I want to see if I can destructure some stuff from here. I don't know if I'll be able to. Yo, what's up, Fane? How are you? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Anson? I'm doing good. Not much really. Just chilling. What about you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Should I even destructure this? When I use question mark, even with ES 2020 as target and TS, it doesn't work. Really? That's really weird. I know sometimes it gives me that issue. I'm not sure what the problem is. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know off the top of my head because I've had that issue before, but I just don't know what the issue is off the top of my head. Was just thinking of continuing to watch the series, and then I saw this pop up. Hey, awesome! What series are you talking about? The dashboard series? So that's hey, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. All right, let's try this out. Let's test this out. So let's first just get rid of these two. So we have only one, and we need a menu item. So the menu item will just be a name and an ID instead. And so instead of item.value, we'll do item.id. Alright, that should be fine. Alright, this should be okay. So what we'll do is we'll go here. And instead of select menu items, we'll pass in data.getGuild roles. Not saying undefined is not sentiment type. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I think I might need to actually do some error checking here. So let's do this. If floating, return. Let's see. God damn it, this is I don't want this to look so convoluted. Yeah, the Discord dashboard series, I learned about React thanks to that series and would like to learn more about it. Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad you're here. That's the whole point of this stream, is to step out of your boundaries and learn more. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm just experimenting with some stuff that we can have for the tutorial. So I figured I'd just do that live just to give you guys a preview of how everything is going to be, you know, set up for the next tutorial. So hopefully you guys will like that. And I have everything in a separate branch too, so you can always navigate between branches, so you don't have to worry about looking through a different repository. It'll be easy. Okay. So let's see. Loading error, guild. Okay. What's going on over here? Why is it saying... Okay, there we go. Alright, please tell me this is gonna work. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait, that's not the issue. We gotta go over to constants. And we can just get rid of all of these. So, we'll need to also... fix some stuff. Yep. Dashboard.tsx. What else is going on here? This is in utils/constants. Wait. Cool, can't wait, yeah. Awesome, dude. Why is my IntelliSense not even complaining about this? I hate that. Select, I deleted that already. Select menu, oh. Wait, what? Oh, wait, data.get guild roles. Alright, there we go. There we go. You see how that works? So now we have everyone, the Autajah role, the developer role. And now let's go over to a different one. You can see we have the roles. So that's how we can get all the roles, right? That's how we can get all the roles. So that's literally how easy it is. That's literally how easy it is. It's very, very simple. Very, very simple stuff. Okay. Now it's saying object is possibly undefined. So I really want to make it so that if it's return data and this. But because, yeah, so let me do this return data or no. There we go, that should work. We'll use a ternary operator. There we go. That should work. That should do the trick. Alright, hopefully this will work. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so there we go. I can't obviously this one. We'll have to, again, like I said, once we actually get the actual function working, it'll be a different story. But you can see over here, we have our roles, so I can select through all of them. And like I said, if I wanted to update the default role, so for example, the role that people are given whenever they first join, I can definitely do that. I can select developer, and I can click save, and obviously that would make an API call to the backend. We haven't handled setting up the config yet. We'll do that in another stream. But you can see I can type disboard, developer, moderator, muted, and a bunch of other stuff. I can collapse to reset the state. And that's pretty much it. Look how easy that is, right? It's really, really easy. And we don't need to worry about changing much either. Because like I said, the way I structure everything in the actual video with the mock data is set up so perfectly that all we need to literally do is just change a couple of, change like one or two field names. And that's literally it. So it's gonna save you a headache. You know what I mean? You don't need to worry about anything else other than just changing some stuff up, which is awesome. So if I actually go to drop down menu, and we can actually look at this real quick. So let me go ahead and let's do this. Let's do this. Excuse me. So I don't know why I feel so tired today. It might be because I didn't get enough sleep. I don't know why. Oh wait, wrong one. Alright, there we go. And there we go, you can see how we can actually, and if we wanted to update, the default role, whenever we click on save, right, if we click on save, well, first of all, I need to select a role, so let's do moderator, right? And when I click on save, well, I know which item is selected. So all I need to do is whenever I click on this save button, right, we can just add in on click, handle save, call it whatever you want, handle save, okay, and we don't need to worry about the form, like we don't need to worry about preventing default because we aren't inside a form. But what we could do is we could probably put this as a form so we can get more functionality. I'll probably do it another time, but what we do here is we just pretty much just console log selected, and we can literally just do whatever we want. So for example, let's do this. Notice how when I click save, it's gonna save it, right? Save. There we go. So literally all I do is I just make an API call, and I would just pass in the ID. Now it's saying possibly undefined, but we know that it's going to be defined because there's no way you can actually call this function without the button not being disabled. So that's how you see the ID has been called, and literally all we do is we just create a mutation on the backend. So like I said, if you're not familiar with GraphQL, I have a video coming out on Friday for you guys, so I highly recommend you guys check that out. It'll pretty much teach you how to, set up GraphQL. But all we do on the backend now is we would create a mutation. So we can do something like type mutation, update default role, and I think this will just return a role. Mick, how are you? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Now, let me make sure this. Let me make sure the mutation pops up. There we go. You see the mutation, okay? And what we'd say is like, hey, look, what do you want to update, right? Well, how do you want to update it? Well, we want to make sure we're updating a role, and on the back end, we know that this is supposed to be for updating the default role. So, yo, Fane, thank you so much for joining the channel as a member. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm good. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, it's nice seeing you here in the stream. What do you recommend to make NPM packages? What do you mean? Like, what do you mean by that? You usually just use JavaScript or TypeScript? Do you mean language, or what exactly do you mean? I mean, you can use TypeScript if you want. Thank you too for providing us with these insights. Yeah, no problem, man. Like, I'm doing my best. So if you guys like it, I'm gonna keep doing it. If you guys don't, then I'll keep doing it anyways. I just do it because I want to do it. But I'm glad you guys like it though. It's awesome to hear. But yeah, so pretty much what we do is we just create a mutation, like I did over here. It's very easy, and the mutation will return a role. That's really all it is. We don't even really need to return anything significant, but maybe we'll return our own custom status. But that's okay. And what we could do here is now we can set up a mutation. So mutation, update default. Hopefully this works the way I expect it to. I am not too familiar, but it should work. Hopefully I got it right. Let me see. Guild. User. Alright, I hope this works. Update default role. So that way it'll be very easy to actually just, set this up. So give me one sec. All right, so yeah, sorry, I had to mute my mic because someone's vacuuming right now. I mean, you guys probably still hear, but it's whatever. Anyways, so you can see right over here, whenever I click on this play button, you can see that it's pretty much saying hello, hello, hello 3 times, which is good because right now we haven't implemented any logic yet. But you can see that it's just basically going to target this mutation over here. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to need to update the database. So let me see if I can open up my notepad just so you guys can, be aware of what the hell is going on. So basically later on in the tutorial, we're going to need to set up a schema for a guild configuration. Like I said, it's very similar to how we did it with the first dashboard series. But pretty much this guild configuration schema is pretty much just where you save all of the configurations for the guild. So this would pretty much contain things like the guild prefix, the guild default role, the guild muted role, the guild logging channel ID. For example, like, guild welcome channel ID, for example, right? Or I should say ID. And etc. Like, so you can save as many things as you want. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Sarah, hey, it's me, Kale. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. But that's pretty much what this schema is going to be. Now, we don't have it just yet, and I'm probably not going to do that today. I'll probably do that maybe tomorrow or the next time I stream. And then, yeah, but pretty much that's just how it's going to work. Every single time we call this update default role mutation, we're just pretty much going to use type rm, and we're going to update the prefix, the guild prefix, okay? And whenever we update the guild prefix, it's just going to update. And then, yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. So in the Discord, on the Discord bot side, you should be able to just use the new prefix with the command, and it'll work just fine. And the old prefixes obviously will not work. But, that's pretty much going to be it for, this stream. I just wanted to give you guys some quick insights on, what is going on. Let me actually, before I end the stream though, let me do a couple things. I'm not going to commit this because I need to actually figure out which repositories I'm using, but I'm going to close this out. And I will actually commit, something else. Give me one sec. Love the work. Can I ask what Visual Studio theme you're using? Atom 1 Dark. Atom 1 Dark. Yeah, so anyways, you know what? I'm not going to commit this. Actually, do I even have a lot of changes? It doesn't really matter. I mean, look, it's not really that much changes to commit. I mean, push. I will probably be streaming later this week. So if you guys want, feel free to stay tuned. And yeah, so I just thought I'd, do a quick stream just to show you guys where we are with the dashboard series. And the next video you can expect to do something similar to this. But yeah, do you recommend Visual Studio over Visual Studio Code? Well, Visual Studio is more for like, C# apps, Unity. I never really use Visual Studio. I don't really like Visual Studio. If I'm being honest with you, I prefer Visual Studio Code. It's much more lightweight. It's much more flexible. You have customization with themes and extensions. and formatters. I'm not sure if Visual Studio has that. It probably does, but I prefer Visual Studio Code if I'm being honest with you. It's more flexible, and a lot of language support too. So can't go wrong with it. But anyways, I am going to hop off. I am very tired. I would stream for a lot longer, but I am very, very exhausted. So I will leave this over here. Feel free, to join the Discord server. We have almost 4,000 people. Can you imagine that? Feel free to join the server if you want to chat with me and my community. If you want to chat with all of us. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in my next video or live stream.